notices have been legally posted pursuant to the Open Meetings Act. At this time, would you please stand for our invocation led by Chaplain Whitfield from our local VFW, and then after that, we will have our pledge. Pledge is by Councilman Michael Searcy.
Amen.
All right, now our
Face
pledges.
the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. And the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Okay, we're down to our citizens' comments. Ms. Jimerson, are there any comments requested other than this one that I have here? Okay, at this time, we have a citizen, Kason Weatherton, if you would come up to the podium here. He has an announcement for us, and he is from District 2. I think a lot of us know Kason.
Welcome back.
Today I came here to talk about this fundraiser that we're having on Saturday, June 28th. It's called Kason's Journey to Nationals, so my journey to Nationals. It's basically to help with covering costs for my travel and everything. So funding equipment for like all my throwing gear, travel expenses, and entry fees to get into all the competitions and everything. We'll be selling hamburgers, cookies, sodas, drinks, waters, anything that everybody needs. And it'll be $10 a plate. And it'll be at the Texas Bank from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on June 28th, just in case y'all forgot. But yeah, it's just cover my
What was that time again?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then yeah, I just came back from I've been doing competitions all summer, so I just came back from Arizona a few weeks ago, and then we're going to Michigan in 3 weeks. So you know, mine is getting a little low. So but yeah, if you're not doing anything that day, come out, help support if you want, or if you just want a burger or anything. But yeah, that's it. Oh, there is multiple banks. It's the one right in front of Dairy Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, the main
Close
bank.
to the star.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, do
All
you have a link like a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, something like that we can chip into? I'll be out of town that day, but I'll send you something.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
just get with me after.
Yeah, so we'll leave a flyer and we'll put it
Perfect.
on the, he's nervous, I know we only got 3 minutes, but just finished his first year at UT Arlington, and he's continued his sport, so this coming fall, they made him the next spring, we'll be representing UT Arlington. Right now, he competes with This is just the beginning of us bringing awareness for kids with disabilities to let them know that they do have a place in life and they do have a place here. And it takes one to get it started. And this is just a thing. He made nationals last year, and he actually broke a national record with his powerlifting. And if he qualifies at nationals, it's going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in July 11th through the 17th. If he qualifies there, he'll go to Eugene, Oregon for the national championship. So not only for support, but also for prayers, for safety and mental health and just wealth and health. And so yeah, so if y'all don't have, and if you can't make it, tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a family to tell a family to come out and support. But we will leave a flyer here with ways
doing the cooking, Granddad.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're proud of you, Casey, for all your endeavors. Very proud of you. Okay, do we have any other announcements or presentations? All right, if not, we'll move on to our consent agenda. The consent agenda contains routine or non-controversial items. Are there any items the council would like to move into regular session? If not, can I get a motion upon the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second that.
That motion was made by Mr. Strong and second by Mr. Searcy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. If none, that our consent agenda is approved. All right. Now we'll move on to our council business and our regular session of the business meeting. Item number 5, consideration and possible actions upon the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission to rezone the property located at 900 East Main from an R1 zone to a DP zone. Mr. Breitenberg. Mr. Breitenberg has several of these tonight. It's going to be his show.
You just hang out.
Pull up a chair.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, council, mayor. Let's see, where do we start? This item here, I believe we, came up last council meeting, for, this recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission to rezone the property, at 900 East Main Street, to a planned development zone. So, I believe that item was tabled last time, and, I don't know, I know you guys have the packet and have read through the item as far as what their Chindemis here are here with us again. Yes, it's good to see y'all. Are trying to do with this property. Again, the Planning and Zoning Commission has already recommended this. We've had several meetings and several workshops. They're wanting to, just to refresh your memory, they're wanting to turn this into a planned development where they have have people come and pick berries, orchard, things like that, and build a house on that back section down there on the right, and back to the left where the creek is over here. They're gonna have an apiary in the back, and again, there's plenty of items in there that have been hashed out and talked about quite a bit. And I know Mr. Searcy had some questions last time, but I think have all those been addressed?
We covered that at length.
At length.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we're good to go on this. But if there are additional questions at this time about it, anybody go ahead, we'll try to answer them.
Yeah, after talking with everybody through the whole deal, I'm satisfied that everybody's gonna do the right thing here. And if there's no other discussion, then I move that we accept this recommendation.
Motion made by Mr. Searcy, second by Ms. Martin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any approved? Any opposed, same sign. Okay, motion 5 carries. Moving on to item number 6, consideration upon the first reading ordinance 2025-05-01, rezoning a property from an R1 zone to a DP zone located at 900 East Main Street.
Yes, council, this is just a first reading of that ordinance for the rezone that's on here. So it's just a first reading, no action.
Item number 7, consideration upon the first reading of 2025-06-01, changing the zoning from low-density industrial to institutional for an application submitted by the City of Henderson to amend the zoning map on property owned by the Henderson Soccer Association located on FM 728.
Yes, out on 782. This item came up last time in District 1 and we talked about it. It's simply just correcting the zoning for the soccer association. So, this is also just a first reading in it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, moving on to item number 8, consideration and possible action upon the second reading of ordinance 2025-05-02, changing the zoning from an M2 medium-density multifamily residential zone to an R1 low-density single-family zone on 2 parcels known as Scout Crossing.
Yes, council, this is, you guys have already approved, this is the second reading of an ordinance, is that correct? Yeah, so you've already approved the rezone on it, so we just need to have a motion or action on it to approve the ordinance for the rezone.
A motion on item number 8.
Second.
Made by Ms. Martin, second by Mr. Searcy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Item 8 carries. Moving on to item number 9, consideration and possible action upon the replat of the BIH subdivision to be known as Scout Crossing subdivision.
Yeah, correct. This follows on the same property. This is an actual replat. When they were first platted before, they were just 2 tracks. So this is the actual replatting for the lots on the parcel number 1 right there, and that's on the west side. It's about 9 acres and it's north even sides on the front north end. Whippoorwill, Ivy Street, and Elm Street are the boundaries of that tract right there. So that's what you're looking at there on your screen, and that's just, like I said, dividing it up into single-family lots that meet the R1 standard. So it's what needs to happen if you want to build houses on them. So, if I have any questions.
Questions, concerns about item 9? If not, could I get a motion? Flores made the motion, Ms. Martin seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Item 9 carries. Moving on to item 10, consideration and possible action upon a minor plat combining lots 1 and 2 of Block 7 in the Gray Street subdivision. Mr. Bradenberg?
Yes, council. This Mr. Larry owns several of these lots on the corner of Elm Street and Gray Street, which is, I think, is in District 3. Right now they're currently zoned R2. The lot, basically, you can't see it on there because it's already been redrawn, but lot 1 was really too small because obviously this all came up before zoning came into place. So he's wanting to combine lot 1 and 2 so they can build a house right there. So of course, we all know we need housing, so we're all for it.
Questions about item 10? Could I get a motion on item 10?
I motion that we accept the recommended changes.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Jackson, second by Mr. Strong. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item 10 carries. All right, consideration, item 11, consideration and possible action upon a minor plat combining lots 6, 7, and 8 and 0.507 acres lot into Lot 6 and 6A of the Noble Estate.
Yes, council. So this parcel of land here is located roughly around McMurray Road. You can see, and basically the undeveloped portion of Tate Street. You know, Tate's got several sections that are undeveloped throughout that side of town. It's in Council District 4. If you look at the second picture here, when we were talking about what they're actually doing, what's this? Do we have that second image for that one, for that item, or no? Is that the only image? Okay, okay, that's fine. There was another image when referencing those lots, but basically, the old plat had lots 6, 7, and 8, which were roughly where 6 and 6A are, and then that half acre or so that's being referenced is that strip of land, yeah. That's basically where 6, 7, and 8 were all in there, 6, 7, 8 across the board. So basically, what the Nobles want to do is, again, they redrew this so that they can, again, build a house on lot 6 at first, and they plan to access that. The city has discussed it with them about allowing them to put a private drive from the end of the dead end of Tate Street right there on the left to be able to access lot 6. So we would have a Tate Street address for a house that's built on lot 6, and then perhaps in the future to build another house on lot 6A, but they don't intend to. There is access you can see going out to South Evenside, but they don't intend to utilize that just due to the terrain and things like that. They'd rather access it off of Tate, and they have utilities coming in at the southwest corner down there, and we've discussed that with them as well, and everything seems to be approved to develop it that way. So. That is a portion of it, yeah. Yes, ma'am. And it dead ends on that one section at the end. Yeah, there's a part of it down there. That's basically what we're talking about on the end of that dead end to get to that land right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found out, Council, if you look on West Main here, that was actually also gonna, I mean, I think at some point the city wanted to go all the way through with Tate, if you look at the old plats, so. There's a undeveloped portion right here on West Main too, so.
Item 11 was made a motion by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Juarez. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, motion 11 carries. Okay, moving to item number 12, consideration and possible action upon a minor plat subdividing a parcel at 900 State Highway 43 for the Cervantes.
Yes, this parcel of land is like I said, located in District 1 up Highway 43, off to the right there before you get to Woodbox. The Cervantes family owns that tract of land, and it is a weird, shape. Mr. Limley said he had to work hard on this one, but there's a house on. There is a structure on Lot 2, which was designed as Lot 2 right there, and they just want to portion that off to be able to have flexibility with that structure that's there, and then again possibly build on Lot 1. So that's the way that all of that meets the dimensions and the setbacks and everything for developmental standards for the R2. So if you have any questions about it.
Where is that in relation to Woodbox? I'm trying to, I'm trying to understand that.
On this side of it, kind of across from the golf course.
But it's right at the beginning of the golf course, right?
Yeah,
Just up from
Mr. Bob Marino's land's right there to the left of it. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, where he has a house there.
His house is in my district, so that.
No, where he lives, yeah, but he's got property there too, on the right. So,
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize, yeah.
Because
It's basically almost
I
across
have
the golf
outside of 43 other than the area right there immediately at Woodbox.
I thought we discussed that the other day, and I guess it didn't look.
Yeah.
I really thought that it crossed over.
Yeah.
But
No,
I know Woodbox is with you.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, there's county there too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's 6 or 7 houses that are outside the city.
And those are yours?
Well, south of that's mine.
Okay.
North of that's his, but it's beside the point.
Okay.
I don't have any objections to it, so
I certainly don't either. It's not mine, but I don't.
So with that said, I move we approve it.
Cersei made the motion, Ms. Juarez seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item 12 carries.
I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the right piece of property.
Yeah, me too.
All right,
Thank you.
I think that's it, Mr. Breitenberg. All right. Moving on to item 13, consideration and possible action upon moving the July 15th, 2025 council meeting to July 8th, 2025. Right.
I guess I'll allow it. Because I'll be out of state on the 8th, but. Yeah, I'll be out, but I can participate on computer, that's fine.
All right.
I move we approve it.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Cersei makes the motion, and Mr. Strong seconds it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Item 13 carries. All right, item 14. Consideration and possible action upon the reappointment of 4 cemetery board members, Mr. John Doolin, Ms. Lydia Ramirez, Ms. Lisa Wallace, and Mr. Scott Crawford. Mr. Kimball.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Yeah, tonight I'd like to request y'all's approval to reappoint 4 members to our cemetery board. Their terms expire July 1st, 2025, which is in exactly 2 weeks from today. So, like Mayor said, this is John Doolin, Lydia Ramirez, Lisa Wallace, and Scott Crawford. So I'd be happy to answer any questions. If not, then request your approval.
Mayor, if I might, Mr. Doolin's only a couple hours away from becoming a full-time employee.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Because he's up here working as many hours as anybody else, going through minute logs and books and stuff. And so I just wanted to make a joke about it, but at the same time, appreciate the work that you're doing. And I know it's a lot as we're trying to find out some history. But so make sure he gets back on there.
Yeah, we really need him.
If I could make that motion, I would do that.
Martin, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. All right, item 14 carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kimbrough. All right, that's it for our regular business. We are moving into our departmental meetings, and we may deliberate and make inquiries into any item listed in the departmental report. Does anyone wish to do so? Okay, so we'll move right on. So at this time, we will be graced by. I don't know, where's Randy's back there hiding? Where's your counterpart?
He's on his way.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's on his way.
Mr. Reggie might have to help him.
Yeah. Just figured grace y'all with my presence today.
Yeah, appreciate you.
You know, the two gentlemen y'all got doing presentations are one of the least public speakers, so we'll stumble through this together. I wanted to talk about GIS. I know y'all probably heard this numerous times about how we use this, what we use it for. So I just kind of wanted to explain, just in case you didn't know what it was. GIS, there's my clicker. I'm like, what do I do with my clicker? There we go. Digital platform used to store, analyze, and display maps, which shows us where our water sewer lines are. Any of our infrastructure could be used for things other than water, sewer, as far as streets, street signs, using for inventory. There's a lot of different things that this touches that I don't actually use it for, but there's a broad range of what it's used for. Key benefits in water and sewer, asset management, maintains a live inventory of pipes, valves, hydrants, and manholes. Using GIS can help us track in real time where all of our things are. Knowing where it is also comes wide range of benefits along with that. Improves planning and design, identifies future service areas and models the network expansions. Operational efficiencies, work order integration. This would be where if we have a call, concern, complaint, something from a resident, to where it would be put in a work order form, sent out to our utilities immediately, so it can be addressed instead of a work order made, sitting up here at City Hall until a utility person gets it, or waiting for a page or a phone call. It just automatically will be generated, sent directly to whatever utility is needing to address that situation. Emergency response instantly locates valves for shutoffs and isolations. Now, this helps during emergencies like water main breaks, to where our field workers can pull this up on a tablet, on a phone, and shows them exactly where valves are located, to where the water can be shut off immediately, which eliminates water loss. Also, anything as far as property damage that could be caused by that water running for a long period of time before you can locate the valve to shut it down. But you know that water loss is a big thing. That helps a lot. Cost savings, risk reduction, preventative maintenance, targets inspections and repairs before failure occurs, meaning that it stores this data to where if we have a part of the infrastructure that is constantly being repaired, then it keeps up with these repairs to where you know that you've got somewhere between these points that you've got a weak pipe, a weak it could be something with sewer problems or anything like that. This just lets you know this area needs some attention. Prioritizing investments, focusing on resources in high-risk areas. Same thing. High-risk areas meaning like if you have something close to a hospital or one of the doctor's office, a school that continues to be an issue, then this helps, eliminate that risk. GIS and capital improvement. Of course, this is project prioritizing, using data layers like pipe conditions, break history, nearby developments, data-driven justification. Now, this is going to play a big major role when we go through and we're doing our rate study, meaning that we'll use this. Jay, if you don't mind, I'm going to use your mouse. I want to show. You'll see this is exactly what we'll be looking at, our utility guys will be looking at when they pull this up on their phone or tablet. You can actually see on, let me, just a second. All right, well. As you click on the water line itself, it tells you the diameter, the size of the water line, if it's PVC, cast iron, steel, clay pipe, tells you all that. So we'll know the life expectancy of these pipes when we're going through and we're doing this rate study, because each pipe, each manhole has a life expectancy tied to that, which kind of gives you an idea on how often you're going to be repairing or replacing that pipe. It also will tell you tells you the length of that run of pipe how long it is from point to point. So we'll know exactly how much 6-inch we have in town, how much 8-inch, 12-inch, 2-inch. So we know exactly what we have, how many miles of water pipe that we operate day to day, sewer pipe as well, not just water. All right, Jay, we can go back, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Making me work. Yes. Regional benefits and GIS. Of course, revenue generations, expand services to rural areas to generate revenue and fund upgrades for our existing systems. Regional resilience, support droughts, fires, emergency procedures. Let's see. Also, of course, stronger regional partnerships, strengthen interlocal relations for future collaborations. Extended watering services obviously will bring in revenues, improves emergency resilience, meaning that a lot of these smaller areas that are out there may not have fire protection because they don't have lines that are large enough to have like a fire hydrant on it, because minimum size of that is 6-inch. A lot of these little smaller rural communities around here may have 2-inch or 4-inch through town. So that's things that we'll use obviously in our favor. Builds partnerships from near neighboring areas. That's kind of just a quick rundown. That's nowhere close to everything that this is. I just wanted to give you a little 30-second view of me sitting up here sweating and just rambling on through this. But if y'all have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. If not, I will pass this off to my colleague, Mr. Randy Boyd.
I'll let you hand it off to him, but we're gonna have more talks about this.
Oh, absolutely. If you want to come sit down, I'll actually pull it up. We'll go through and talk a lot more about how we plan to use this and how we're using it.
'Cause I'm in charge of the county fire maps.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have a lot of partnership in that.
Well, this also I didn't touch, but I mean, you got our fire chief back here that you can use this as well. As far as fire hydrants and things, they'll know exactly where they're going.
Oh, don't worry, he's gonna get a crash course on it.
Oh, well, he's an expert on it already.
Is he?
Yeah.
With that being said, the fire hydrants, when you click on it, it should let them know what
It shows
the
a-
maximum flow that they can pull from that fire.
As long as they color code them correctly, we're all right. I don't wanna ask too much of them.
But no, I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and go a lot more in depth.
All right, Randy, you got this.
So, just to let y'all know, the surface water plant and the well field's producing about 2.9 to 3 million gallons a day. Our wastewater plants, they're treating roughly at this point 1.4 to 1.5 million gallons a day. On the screen, you'll just see some pictures of stuff that we've had ongoing. Some of the stuff is still ongoing, like this 500,000 gallon a minute, or 5,000 gallon a minute backwash pump. A new one would cost about 55, 60 grand. We tore it apart, something that we had to have. TCEQ requires us to have two. Clarifier, we have, you're supposed to inspect them every 2 years. These were painted a year and a half ago. We're draining it, cleaning it, and some of the projects we have going on. New rehab, Kirk mentioned this in his report. He loaned us one of his crews for a couple of weeks.
Nothing's cheap.
It's gotta be done, though.
But yeah, the sand and anthracite coal that's been in them, they're, you know, they went through their lifetime. 2,700. So you had to pull 27 out, pull 2,700 back in, and then torque them to 14 to 16 inch pounds.
Took a little bit.
Yeah, that's just one, when we completed it, that's being backwashed. This is at the Southside Wastewater Treatment Plant. You see the pile of stuff sitting in the back?
Silt.
Silt. Yeah, and among other things. But the plant was built in the 50s, so this is the first time it was ever dredged out or cleaned. This is just a small sample. Had a company come in and give us a bid. They were going to charge us $265,000. Cost the city roughly $35,000 to $40,000 doing it ourselves. This is just where we pulled all that material out of. It was built in like 1955, calculating that all of this sand and silt pick up roughly about 50 to 55% of our oxidation days. Correct. With that being said, with these high flow days, with the rain events that we've had, here is a sludge pump that we'll use at the surface water treatment plant to clean and drain our up, and this is going to save the city quite a bit of money from not using harsh environment, so you can just imagine how hard it is to maintain and keep up with, you know, all the piping and pumps.
I'll get with the head operator and get your answers to you.
Randy, I just have one question. After 2,700 screws, is there a little Ziploc baggie floating around that has some extra screws in it?
They actually sent us 8 extra screws.
There you go.
There's always extras.
We had a guy from Leopold, from Indianapolis, fly down. Well, he counted.
Yeah.
He sat there and watched us do the torque.
Yeah.
I told him I've done this in the past on Filter 1, but he was. Did this ourselves in-house.
Yeah.
If we would have contracted this out, it would have been a lot more expensive than
you.
All right, you're welcome. All right. If there are no other questions or concerns about our board minutes, move on. No executive session. Okay. All right. I guess it's that time, Melissa. Can I get an adjournment? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. We are adjourned at, what is that? 6:41. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming.
Funny, funny, funny.